prepare for liftoff.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the final matchday simulation for this Thursday of football. We have Aston Villa in relegation versus Man United. I'm going to jump straight to it. Obviously I'm a Man United fan, so I'm more aware of what's going on with them. I'm going to go with my biggest victory yet. I'm going with a 4-1 prediction. Yeah, you heard right. Man United winning 4-1. They just, at the moment, their football is fire and they're scoring goals. So I'm thinking it's going to be a big victory. You never know, Aston Villa could surprise us, but I'm hoping they don't. Let's see what FIFA thinks. So here we are at Villa Park, where another relegation team is hoping to get any points they can off a team that is in great form. Man United are in excellent form. Not just saying that because I'm a Man United fan, but they actually looked good since coming back. All the players seem to be gelling. Still a little bit of defensive errors that you're hoping they can iron out. Maybe they do need a defensive partner for Maguire, but they've looked good in attack. Those three, the trio of Martial, Greenwood and Rashford, are destroying teams. But yeah, let's see what they can do. Fernandes breaking away here. Yet again, FIFA needs to update their game. We're still playing it. It downloads the latest squads supposedly, but they just don't put in all the team players that are there. Harry Kane, Son are missing for Tottenham. Even Sissoko is not there. They just need to work on that. I know they're coming out with FIFA 21 soon, but I mean, we paid for the game. I mean, at least support it for a year. Target breaking away for Villa now. Nkamba. And that stat should be worrying for any Villa fans. Worst defensive record. And they're coming up against a trio who scored the most goals out of any Premier League team trio. That's a scary proposition to face when you have the worst defensive record. But they're on the attack here. Al Ghazi. Still Al Ghazi. Can he dribble his way in or put a ball in? He puts a ball in, but Shaw's there to clear it. Fred on the ball. Greenwood. Fred. Matic. Obviously it'll probably be Matic in, Fred out for Pogba. James out for Rashford. But let's see how this team plays out that FIFA has given us. James. What can he produce here? He goes back to Shaw. James with the ball in. Martial just can't get to it. Reina cleans it up. And Aston Villa get going again with Engels. Stolen by Bruno Fernandes. Martial on the ball here. Couldn't force it through. There it's forced through. Oh, Matic just can't squeeze it through. Good ball through by Bruno Fernandes. Ends up by Matic. Saved, pops up, and he just couldn't get power on that header. Basaka here doing his defensive job, which he's done that brilliantly this whole season. 1-on-1 defensively, I think he's the best in the league. Trent Alexander-Arnold as a whole package, he's the best right back, but defensively, 1-on-1 situations, Basaka's better. England have big problems ahead of them, trying to decide which of their many talents they're going to be playing. Lindelof, I think he'd be the man to get replaced. I mean, Eric Bailly shows promise, but he's been injured too much. Jones, I would say, is on his way out. Smalling might get a permanent move to Italy. Sanchez, I'm hoping, is no longer a player for us. He's just been a big burden to our salary budget. And hopefully we can get a little bit of money off of him. Good ball in. Good header there. Samata with the attempt, but De Gea was equal to it. As for De Gea, he's getting a lot of critics recently, but people forget he's been our player of the season. He was at one stage, 3 out of 4 years, he was our player of the season. For a goalkeeper to be player of the season, that just shows how bad the team was doing. I've been there through the bad times. De Gea is one of our players that deserve some credit and some leniency for a bad spell. Fernandes with the ball in, Reina punches it out. Very commanding punch, but Bissaka gets it. Matic back to Bissaka. Spread out wide here to Greenwood. Can Greenwood get it back into the box? Cleared here by Villa, and Villa's trying to break away. Good pressure here. Samata on the ball. Trying to find target. But who's there other than Wan-Bissaka? He's got that pace to get back to those defensive positions once he's been in attack and they hit on the counter. He works his socks off to get back into that position. Fernandes. Fred. Matic now on the ball. James. James's form has died out a bit, and if the talk about... and that goes out. That's it for this half. It ends 0-0 just like it began. And we're back here for the second half. United have edged possession slightly, 54%, but nothing really to talk about in terms of attack. Both teams have had one shot on target. So back to what I was saying before the half. For James, I'd be worried if Jadon Sancho comes. That means your playtime is going to be even more limited. It's already limited with the emergence of Greenwood as a right-sided attacker. And Daniel James' form has dipped tremendously. Target on the ball. Mings has looked good. Another player, I think, if they do get relegated, some big club's going to come pick him up. Grealish might be injured tonight. I remember in his last match he had that problem on his ankle. Fernandes. Martial. Matic. Martial. Fernandes. Back to Martial. Matic here. Working the ball good, but they just don't have that cutting pass at the moment. And it's now McGinn, El Ghazi, Gilbert breaking away here. Slows down a bit in waiting for support. Good clean up there. Martial on the ball. Shaw. James. Matic. Matic came the closest to scoring. Strike was saved by Reina, and the pop-up just couldn't get power on the header. Good cutback by James, but no one's putting the ball into the box. Matic, Shaw, just passing it around. Good ball in here. Strong header out. Bissaka gets it. Nearly got snatched off him by Grealish. He would have had a lot of work to get back there. Greenwood, Bissaka, back to Greenwood. Can Greenwood get the ball in? He manages to get the ball in, but it's lost here by Martial, and it's now Samata breaking away. It's been spread for El Ghazi, who's got Shaw covering the ground, running very fast, and he covered it. Nkamba, McGinn, still McGinn. This should be De Gea's, but he punches it awkwardly. Can Greenwood get to it? He can. He's got Grealish ahead of him. He goes back to Bissaka. Fernandes. Grealish cuts it out. Hard work there by him. Man United have upped their possession in the second half. But it's a Villa breaking down here. Offside. Unlucky. Our first substitution, El Ghazi coming off with Trezeguet coming on. Scott McTominay for Fred. Trezeguet could cause problems for this Man United team. El Ghazi didn't really create any. McTominay could add just that bit more energy into midfield that's been lacking. Maybe drive forward a bit more than Fred was. Gilbert, Trezeguet, Gilbert. Yeah, Trezeguet. And it's out for a throw-in for Villa. Maguire clears that one. Matic spreads it forward. Fernandez, Martial, Matic, Luke Shaw spreads it here to McTominay. What can he do? He's fallen into that defensive role that Matic was holding. James loses possession there. He needed to get the pass off. Trezeguet, Luiz, Basaka, McTominay now. Basaka. Both teams running out of time here to get something more than a point out of this match. Basaka, Greenwood, McTominay, Fernandez, Basaka. Cuts it back, but Grealish is equal to it. Grealish has done some good defensive work today. Douglas Luiz. Grealish gets Basaka to commit, and he gets the throw-in. Nkamba coming off. Jota coming on. More space here, more problems that can be caused for this Man United team. Target, Mings. Douglas Luiz. Target, Douglas Luiz, Jota now. Samata, good ball for him. He had a lot to do there to create anything. Fernandez breaking away now. He goes back to Shaw. Just a little bit of time and extra time left for either of these teams to get a win. Trezeguet, Jota. Jota gets it here to Gilbert. Jota. Gilbert tries to dribble through. Goes all the way back to De Gea. Maguire. And that's it for the match. It has ended 0-0. So FIFA has predicted that this match is going to end 0-0 or in a draw in either way. I disagree. I just think Man United have the firepower, the creativity now in midfield, and a good defensive line to stop this Villa team from scoring more than them. And I definitely think they'll outscore this Villa team. And I think they're still going to get that 4-1 victory. They've just got power all around. But that's it for this match. If you want to see the simulations from earlier on, just go onto my channel and check those out. To do that, all you have to do is subscribe and turn on bell notifications. That way you can easily see the videos I posted, and you'll get notified for future videos like the ones coming on Saturday, since it's Thursday night and we have no football action on a Friday. So until Saturday, or if you want to see my other content, join me again tomorrow. But if you want to just watch the football simulations, I'll see you on Saturday. Peace.